Heidi ho, my crafty friends. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. Today, we are going to make a little, I don't even know what you call it. It's a little flippity thing to go in the lid of our box here. And I want to show you how I have made my little cards. So these are just coffee dyed index cards. And as I coffee dye them, I put them in here. So you need 2. Now I already have 3 and I want 4 of them. So I'm just going to pull out the 4th one and show you how I do them. Okay, so you need 2 each for each pocket. Okay, now decide what you want for the front of each pocket and what you want for the back. Now the front and the back of this are the most important. So I want this and this to be my front. Does that make sense? And this to be, I mean, you're really not going to see the back, so it doesn't matter. So here are my 3 tabs. Now, where'd my tab go? There it is. So these are going to go together. So decide on the one that you want tabbed. Okay, so these are number 4. Decide on the one you want tabbed. One of the 4 that I just picked out are going to get glued to the top of this. Okay, it's going to get attached here, and I'm not going to see it. Now, if you don't want to attach it to the top, you just want to have it laying in the bottom, you can. But either way, you need to cut off your index card. Index cards have a little red line across the top. See that little red line? You're going to cut one of them right across the top. You're just going to cut that line right across that line. Just like that. Okay? Now the other one, you're going to need, unless you have one of the dies that cuts tabs like this, okay, you're going to need something that can give you this little tab. And I just have old index file separators that I use, and that's how I got these. So I just need to decide where I want this. So I don't want it there, I don't want it there, I kind of want it right there. So I'm going to line this up, and then I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it right there. Now I need to scoot it down, of course. Oh, I've got my card upside down. I need to scoot it down. Now, mine kind of goes at an angle. It comes down and then straightens up. And that's okay. And I don't want mine as tall as that. And I'm just going to draw the lines just like that. Just to give me that angle that this has, okay? Just give me the basic angle. I'm done with that. So now I'm cutting across that red line. I'm just going to cut across it all the way over to those angles. So get out your recipe box that you or your mama have. And, you know, borrow one of those little separators, you know, that say meat, and then the other one, you know, says poultry, and the other one says, you know, whatever they say. I was too lazy to walk to the kitchen to find out. There. So there are my tabs. Just like that. So now I have 4. So now I'm going to take my 4 cards that I've cut the top off of, and I'm going to put them behind my tabs like that. Now, I've done this project before. Okay, so now I could just basically make 4 pockets if I wanted. And that's kind of sort of maybe what this is. Now, which one do I want front? Front and center. I want this one. I want that in the front. And then maybe I want that one. And then I want this one in the back. So it's going to look like that. Okay? Now, I want to kind of get this little pencil line off here. like that. Now before I attach these, I want to kind of decorate this a little bit with some stamps. And then maybe I'll stamp on some of the others, but it won't be as much as the front one. So I'm going to take that off of there. Now, you could also decorate this any way you choose. You could decoupage on it. You could cover it with different papers. You could put some book page on it. And I have some book pages laying here on the table, so I might put a few book pages on it. But I think I'm going to use a couple of my stamps. And I have some entomology stamps laying here. I might pull a couple of these out. I also have some book pages. I have just a plethora of things here that I might put on here and then just stamp also. So I just want to decorate this because this is what's going to be seen front and center as it's on there. So let's pull this out. Now, let's see what we have here. Now, I have that, so I might add that. I also have some fabric here. Now, here's my little piece of book page I have. I might add that. And I have this, so I might add some of this. No, I really don't know what I want to put on here, but I might do some of that. Now, before I do anything, I'm going to ink this. I'm going to ink around the edges, and I'm going to make sure I got the right one. Yeah, that's the vintage photo. I want to ink around the edges. Now, I am going to ink around all the edges of them. Now, to coffee dye your I'll spit it out. Words are hard today. It's raining and my brain's soggy. We have had thunderstorms. There we go. Now, I want to do its mate also. To coffee dye these, I just do it when I do my paper, and I kind of, because these float, they love to float. I stick it between my paper, you know, when I dump the coffee on. So whenever I'm doing a load of paper to coffee dye, I just shove this in between, and then I kind of push them down. And then sometimes I'll just let it sit overnight. That's where I get some of this stuff, because I'm going like this onto the paper, and the coffee will smush like that. And this one must have been on the top. But some of the others, as you can see, like this one most likely was either on the top or in the middle. That one was on the bottom, I think. So you'll get all different colors and patterns on them just by putting them in and pushing down the coffee. You'll get all different colors and patterns on them, and that's how I coffee dye them, and they get really, really soft. Okay, I do think I want to use some of this. Oops. No, actually, I think I want to use some of this. They'll get really soft, so just leave them attached to your coffee, or to your paper. I mean, that's not the one I had. To your paper, when you pull your paper out. Now, I don't even pull my paper out. I just leave it sit. And I have a ceiling fan in my dining room, so I just leave it sit under the ceiling fan. And under the ceiling fan, it just kind of sits there. And then as they start to dry, I just pick the whole wad up and put it on those little trays I showed you. And let them start drying out that way before I start peeling them apart. That way my paper doesn't dry, my cards don't start peeling apart, and it works much better. And it's taken me a while to figure that out, because I have had many times of my paper tearing apart, and oh my goodness, it was a mess. And do tissue paper the same way. Do it exactly the same way. Just let it sit and kind of dry. Now, if it's warm outside, just take it outside. All right, this gets a little something on here. Just a little bit of something. And then I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. Just kind of want a little bit of something on here. Yeah, I don't want a whole lot. All right, looks like I'm putting more on here than I intended, huh? Now, have any of you guys started a box? A little box to organize your desks? Or to challenge a friend? To send off to a friend and challenge a friend? Oh, I can't wait to send this off to my friend and see what she does with it. With all the ephemera that I'm going to put in it. I can't wait to see what she does with it. I think this might be too thick. Yeah, that's kind of thick. Let's do white. Oh, here's some little butterflies we stamped. All right, let's see about some stamps here. Let me grab mine. Let's grab this. I think most of these will fit on here. If not, we'll grab another one. Okay, the one I want to use, this one won't fit. So let's get the square one. Let's see, which way does it go here? I'm not sure. Does it go that way or that way? I'm not sure. I cannot tell. I think I'm going to have to use my smaller ink pad here. Because I cannot tell. I think it goes down. It points down. I think it goes that way. I think that's right. Maybe. Okay, so I don't like that one. So that one's not going in the front. We'll put that one more toward the back. Maybe if I add more to it, I'll like it better. But at this point in time, I do not like it. I'm going to stick with my original plan. All right. Now, let's see. Oops. Okay, here. So I am just stamping away and not talking to you guys. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to just ignore you. Come on, you goofy thing. That was not very polite of me, was it? Oops, the doodles. Okay, now I'm thinking this one and this one. Yeah, I need to tape my little bag shut because I tore it. I want to use some of this. There is, actually, I want to see what's going to show. So let's cover this up here. So let me see what's going to show here before I go hog wild and pig crazy. So let me see here. So I think I'll put these two together. Now the little short one goes in the front. Except for the first one. Okay, so I haven't done any of the others yet. And then there's that one. Okay, I'm really not going to see much of anything on these, am I? Because they're all going to be attached right here. Except for maybe a little tiny edge. Come here, you go up here. All right, so I don't really think I need to do a whole lot. Other than that first one. Which I'm not really, I don't think I'm too happy with. But I can add to it. All right. So down here, so you have to, now the next step, I can always add more to it. All right. So now you need your glue. And mine has decided it's not happy with me. And you want to glue your sides. You're basically, oh, never mind. We need to make some gussets. Let's make our gussets. So for my gussets, I want to use, now let me find it here. It's on my desk. Let me put that over there. Oh, that's the watercolor paper. I don't want that. That's the other stamps. All right, let me find it. All right, hold on a second. Oh, here it is. Let me grab it. Okay, so I have just watercolor paper scraps right here that I'm going to use for the gussets. And you just need to, and here's the rest of it. Good deal. I knew I got it out. It's just a matter of finding it. Okay. So your gussets need to be the length of your cards. So if you're using, these are just the little cards. These are, I think these are 3 by 5s. Let me get my thing out of here and I can measure it for you. Yeah, these are the 3 by 5 index cards. So I need some little gussets. I need 2 per card. And I want them 1 inch wide. So to get those, that's watercolor paper. I don't want it. I'm going to take this scrap of this, just printer paper. Now you can use anything you choose to make your gusset. You can use coffee dyed paper, you can use book page, you can use anything you choose. Okay, these are 2 1-inch strips. And I'm going to put them together. Just like that. And I'm going to cut them at 3 inches. So I'm just going to scoot them under here. There's 2. So I need 4. Okay, so there's 3 sets. Okay, and here's 4. Okay. You can use fabric if you want to use fabric. You can use anything you want to make your gussets. Okay. Now, I just take these. See, they're the length. Actually, this one's a little bit longer. That's all right. I'll trim it off. And you fold them in half, just like that. You're going to do both of them the same way. Now, your fold goes to the outside, like this. It's going to go to the outside. So you're going to glue. You're going to put your glue back here. Come on. Come on, girly. Come on, girly, girly. Where's my little pen? Oh, my gracious sakes alive. Hold on here. I'm not running away from home. I'm grabbing my pen. Heaven's sakes. What did you do? What did you do, you silly goose? There you go. Okay. Now, if you cut them a little bit too long, like, looks like I cut this one just a tad too long, it's all right. Just trim it. Okay, just trim it off. Just go like that. Don't forget to clean your scissors. And then you're going to put glue. You're going to make sure it's off your fingers. Then you're going to put glue here and here. And you're going to put the top card on top of it. Oh, wait, that's wrong. That is wrong. Wrong-o. Open your flaps up. I like to put this... Oh, wait. No, that's right. Oh, my gracious. I like to put my glue on my card because I also have to glue the bottom. Good heavens. Oh, my gracious. I'm losing my mind today. So close your flaps back up. It was right, but I like to put it on my card. Make sure you're lined up straight. Good heavens sakes, Lori, you goofball. Okay. Like that. And then make sure you wipe off any additional glue. Okay. Like that. So now you have a little pocket. And you're going to do the same to all of them. You're going to do everything exactly the same. So, I'm going to pause while I do all of these. And I'm going to recreate the same thing for all 4 of them. And then I will show you the next step from there. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay. So I've got all 4 of my little gusseted pockets created. Now, at the top on my little hinges, I want to decorate that little hinge. So what I want to do is I want to, or not hinge, I'm sorry, this little piece up here. So I want to stamp it, and I want to make sure that I have like a little number or something up there. And just something, you know, something little, something. It doesn't have to be anything whippity-bippity. I just want something. I was looking to see if I had like a little butterfly, a little bird. I have bubbles, but bubbles aren't what I'm looking for. Oh, gracious, I've got to clean this up. Oh, I have something so exciting to tell you guys. Hold on just a minute and I'll tell you. Because, okay. Let's get these stamps and see if we have a little work. I am so excited. I get to spend 3 whole days with my baby grandson. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm so excited. Ah, here we go. There's a little butterfly and a dragonfly. We'll use those. I'm so excited. We are doing a little family vacation. And I get to see my little baby boy. And his daddy and my daughter-in-law. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. All right, so let's use this little butterfly. Come here, you. We'll use that on one of them. Now, I think I also want to use, now where are those little, before I put that on there, is that the one that had the little, no, this one is. This one right here. This one's got little things on it too. And I want to do just the edge of it with this one. Just, you know. Nope, that's not it. Oh, here it is down here. This one. No, where's the one with the little bubbles? Oh, this one. That one. Bubbles. Bubbles. I need some bubbles right here. Yeah, before before I put the butterfly down, I want a few little bubbles. Just right there. Oh yeah. Oh, maybe that's what this little card needs. Some bubbles. You know, just some little marks here and there. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what that little card needed. Just some little splashy marks. All right, let's do our little butterfly. Let me mark this off. All right, I'm going to put that right there. All right, little butterfly. Oh, you already have a butterfly. Maybe let's put you. We're going to put you right there. Oh, there we go. Like that. Okay. Now you can go back in there. Now, I think I'm going to keep this out and add some little splashy marks too. Because I don't know how much I'm going to see on these others yet. I don't think I'm going to see a lot, but if I do, you know, I want to see something there. Okay, so I'm done with splashies. I still got a little bit back there. Okay, let's get that cleaned off and we'll put my little splashes away. Is that splashes? No, you go in there. Yeah, I think it is. Oh, no, you go in here. You go there. And you guys go in there. All right, you guys are taken care of. Now, you guys, I think want something else. Now, let's put these little guys away so I don't lose them. Now, what else is in here? Yeah, that's a big bee, so he's really not going to be helpful. I wonder if I have a little bee. I think I do. Let's get a little bee. Let's get the little bumblebee. All right, let's put these away. And let's put the little bumblebee on there. Maybe that'll work on one of them. Let's put the little bumblebee. There's the bumblebee. How about here's a little flower. Let's do the flower. I didn't leave you guys. I'm right here. All right, here's the bumblebee. Oh. And maybe the ladybug. All right. Let's put the ladybug up here. There we go. We got a ladybug. Now, I think the bumblebee might be too big. But let's give her a try. She's a little bit too big. But we're going to also bring her down here. Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to see it down here, but we're going to add it just for the heck of things. All right. Now, to attach all these together, you're going to need some double stick tape. Okay? Now, double stick tape is my nemesis because I can never get it to cooperate with me. Now, you don't need a big piece, but you do need a little piece. You see, I can never get it to tear off. About that big. And it doesn't even have to be that big. So I am going to, and you need to line these up. And I am going to start, okay, I don't have them straight. I'm going to start here in the front. Okay. And I'm going to put this right in the middle. And then I'm going to bring this over. And I'm going to lay it on one edge. Make sure it's lined up straight at the bottom. Careful, careful, careful before your tape touches. And then lay it down. And then I'm going to take another piece. And I'm going to do the same thing. Then I'm going to bring the next one. And I'm lining it up at the bottom. Actually, I'm going to pick it up first because I want to line it up at the edges. Make sure my edges match up and gentle, gentle. Okay, and then my last piece is here. And these are small pieces. Can you see it on my finger? They're small pieces. And I'm putting it in the center. And I'm just letting the tip of my fingernail touch it to put it down. And I'm lining up my edges. Now, I inked on my cards before I started this. And then down. Okay. So now I can pull it apart like this. Okay. So now in my box, oops, the doodles. All right, let me put my paper cutter over there. Let me put that glue over there. So in here, I want to put this up here, right there. Now, what I want to do first is I want to come up with some type of closure for this that will go from the back to the front. What I'm afraid is if I don't, when I close this, anything that's on the inside, this is going to gap open and all of this is going to fall out. So what I want to do is I want to put something that's little, like a little strap that goes from back here to up here. Now, it's got to be wide enough to go over my little tab here. So it's going to have to stand up a little bit and it's going to have to touch right there. So what I was thinking of making it do is making it a magnet and putting a little magnet on the inside to have it catch right here, but gluing back here. Now, my magnet doesn't have to be a big one. It can be a small one, but it has to be able to catch all the way through. So I have a couple of different sizes of magnets. I have these magnets, you know, that you can get at Dollar Tree. And then I have these. These are powerful. These are the little earth magnets, you know, that'll pull the fillings out of your teeth. and they're a little bit bigger, and they're really strong. And then these are teeny, they're really tiny, but these are also pretty strong. These are also really strong, but I think these are going to be too thin to work on an index card. But I think these might be too big, so I'm going to try these. So let me get my paper cut for this, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I've got my paper cut, and what I used was just a 2.5-inch piece off of another, this is just part of another index card. I rounded the corners, and then it's been stamped. So, and I tested this, and it will go through here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this back here like this. Now I've been trying to figure out the best way to do this up here so it actually, you know, looks normal. And the best way I can figure to do this is do it like this, but then my butterfly is around back so you don't see it. So I'm thinking I should have stamped it up there. Right, well, I have this piece. Let's do it this way. If we do it this way. All right, let's try it like this. Let me wrap my head around this here. I want the butterfly here. I just need to stamp it so it's down here. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Come here, you guys. And once those things stick to something, they they have a tendency to not want to come unstuck. Okay, so let's see if I can't do it right this time. So I want the butterfly facing the right direction this time. So I need to stamp it. Well, either way, it's going to be upside down, isn't it? Because I could just as easily turn the paper upside down. And it's still upside down. Hey, I have an idea. How about I attach this and then bring this in. All right, let me wrap my head around this here. If this is getting attached here, this is coming over here. The butterfly needs to go here. So this is going to have to go in segments. All right. So my butterfly goes there. And up there. And then I can put another butterfly up there. Okay. Now where are my daubers? I need to wipe that off now. And I can put this piece in the box. All right, this piece will go in the box. Okay, so now let's go on and do some attaching here. Let's see. Let's go on and use our art glitter glue because it'll hold the fastest. So this is going to go here on the inside. So I'm going to put some art glitter glue across here. I'm going to put it right across here. Like that. Now I'm also going to put across there a piece of washi tape. Now I need to wipe that glue off to help hold it in place. Now let me get a hold of the washi tape here. And it doesn't have to be anything fancy schmancy. Let's see what we have in here. Just not anything big. All these are really big. Really big. What's this one? That one's got ships on it. I don't want that one. Okay. It'll have to wait a minute. Okay. And then after all that stamping, it's a little bit too big. And then coming over here. All right, so I can take this off here. No, I can't. It's already, wow, it's already dried. All right, so I can take this down and bring it around. Well, that'll hold it. We could even, instead of the magnets, no, I can't because this is going to be glued. All right, so we can't go on and cut this off. We can fold this up. Right there. And I can put magnets on the inside here and still let this be a magnetic closure. That'll work. All right, so let me do that. Let's do that. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. All right, so let me get a hold of this. I can't use tweezers because it won't let go of the tweezers. Now, the best way to do this is with a piece of this double stick tape. And it has to be tiny. Otherwise, I'll glue my pocket closed. Double stick tape. All right, let me trim this off here. And to put something over it. Okay. Where are they? All right, this is going to go against the inside of the folder. Like that. Come here, you. And then this is, I'm going to glue. Okay, this one is going to get done the same way. Now, this is the best way to line them up. My magnet is inside. When I put this inside, it will grab it. So I know that it will be straight. All right, so I've got that in there. And right there it is. So now I can pull this up. I can make sure that is attached. Like that. I can make sure this is attached. Now my magnets are hidden. Okay, you can go back in there. And now I have a little magnetic closure to keep everything in here. And I can attach this up here. And then whenever you get them out, you just open it up and pull them out like that. And I don't have to worry about them falling out. Now, if you don't, like I said, if you don't want to attach it in there, this can be a piece of ephemera that just still lays in your box. Okay, so I need to put my washi tape across the back. Hold on a second. Oh gosh, look at the time. Okay, now I'm going to glue that down. And to do that, I'm going to stand this up straight like this. I am going to put it in position like that. And I am going to use my tacky glue. Like this. I'm going to put it on the back. And I'm going to make sure I have a lot of it on here. Because this is going to get pulled on and it's going to get roughed up, you know, when it's used. So I am not going to worry about glue other than getting it out of the bottle. And I'm going to make sure I spread it out really well. Okay. Where'd my cap go? And make sure on this you get your edges. Okay. Right there. And I'm going to put it right there. All right, so now I have a pocket up here. And I'm going to leave it sit like this with my top down so that this, you know, doesn't have gravity working against it. Okay. Well, thank you for coming and joining me today here at my messy craft table. I'm so glad you did, because it sure is fun having my friends join me and working with me as I'm creating and exploring all my supplies and making things, and it's just fun. I'm so glad you did, and I hope you come back as I continue decorating my box and creating ephemera to go in it. We're going to continue decorating this box and getting things created. Gosh, I really like that now that it's finished. And I wasn't sure that I would. I wasn't sure that I would, honestly. I wasn't sure that I was going to like the front of it, but now with my little magnetic clasp on it, I really do like it. And I think once we get some ephemera in it, I'll like it even better. So I really do like that. And I'm so glad that you joined me today. Now let's make sure that's all down. Yeah, it looks like it's down well. Good. Good. So over here, I'm actually just going to put a regular pocket, like a little tuck or something, maybe that matches the paper from this. there were some little cutouts. So I'm thinking I'm going to use this little butterfly right here. And I'm just going to make it a little tuck. And I'll put it up there. So I want to thank you. And I hope you come back to the Ladybug Journals. And join me as I continue on my quest to get this finished. And I hope that you've started making your box so that you can create some fun ephemera. And even if you haven't started on a box, you can still create some fun ephemera with us because you can use them in your journals. You can use them, you can use them anywhere you want. You can use them as happy mail. You can use them just, just for you. So there we go. So now I've just made this a nice little tuck. You can just tuck it right in there. And I'm just going to let these sit right here and dry. And then we will come back to them. There we go. There, I like those. So now this is finished. And we have a couple of pieces in the inside. So I still have some other pieces of ephemera that I want to create to go in here to fill with little pieces of ephemera. And then I'll be ready to send it off in the mail. Ah, this has just gotten to be so much fun. I don't know if I want to stop. So thank you once again. And until I see you again in my next video here at the Ladybug Journals, ta-ta for now.